The intended use of this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the host and guests independently, and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of Updog Challenge Incorporated, its sponsors, or any other partnered organizations. Updog Challenge Incorporated does not guarantee the accuracy or reliability of any opinions expressed. In no way should the information provided during the Sweet Spot and Updog podcast be considered veterinary, medical, legal, or professional advice. At all times, the advice of your personal professional should supersede any information provided, derived, or inferred from listening to this podcast.
Ready, set, go.
Welcome to the Sweet Spot, an Updog podcast. I'm Andrea Morissette.
And I am Jack Faley, and we are here with two special guests today. Dre, why do we have two special guests today?
Because there are wieners of UPDIF 2026, two of our games, and I got to be present for one of the battles, and there was a lot of smack talk and a lot of friends brought around to witness epic failures and dramatic finishes, and it's just
Wow.
It was cool because it was really cool to watch it kind of go down instead of hearing about it, but then for both of them to come out with a win, it was really cool. So kind of tell their story of UPDIF 2026 for Ben and Finley.
Yeah, we try to do that each year, get on a few of our champions and let them kind of tell their story a little bit. And like Dre said, this is awesome because we have two champions here in the same household, and also some rivalry going on. But we'll get into that. We'll jump right in. We'll get into that a little bit. Ben's been on the podcast before.
Yeah.
Finley, you have not been on the podcast before, have you?
No, my first time.
All right. Well, excellent. Typically, what we do is we, first of all, tell us, where do you play disc at?
Yeah.
What dogs do you play with? Give us like a quick, intro to you as a disc dogger. Where do you play? What dogs do you play with?
I play mostly in Massachusetts and Connecticut with my disc club Face to Face. My main dogs right now are Soul, who's a border collie, Worm, who's my border whippet, and then Fiddle and Ube are kind of up and coming. But yeah, we have other dogs, but those are the main ones that are competitive right now.
All right.
Worm is my dog. To clarify.
I was waiting for that.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Yes, that is true. She borrows him from time to time. But...
See, already getting into it. It's already coming out.
It has begun.
And she beats me with him.
All right. So Dre, you want to start or you want me to start? I don't have I didn't print out in color, so I don't know whether the first question was for you or me.
It's me.
Okay.
All right, so Ben, you won four-way play. Congratulations. And
Thank
Finley, you won Boom. Congratulations. So how was the drive and your prep leading up to UPDIF? Were there any other games that you were really focused on aside from freestyle that might be your best? And because we're not talking about freestyle today, but I know you were focused on that. But you were also competitive in other games. Were these the two games that you were expecting to kind of be like really in the running for, or were there other games you were thinking were going to work out? Like, what were your thoughts coming into it? What was your prep coming into it?
Honestly, I did not expect to place in Boom at all. I've only gotten above an 100 once, and that was with Worm. So that was like a massive personal best with Soul. And usually like distance stuff isn't really my strong suit. I'm more of like a short, accurate type of thrower. So Boom is definitely challenging, and honestly, it's not my favorite game. So I don't play it that much. Yeah, I know.
Boo.
Considering I call everyone boomers, but so like
the champion of Boom, that you
know.
heard it here. Boom is not my favorite game.
Yeah,
No.
I'm probably part of the Boom. I'm like a somewhat member of the Boom hate club, but I have a little more enjoyment for it now. So games like Spaced Out, Four Way, Fireball are all like kind of ones that I usually do well in. Definitely not Boom. but I was very surprised and happy anyways.
So what was one of the games that you maybe thought was like if I can do really good at this one, I might stand a chance of, getting a good placement? Was there which one was it?
Mm, well, I was really hoping to do good in time warp because Worm is kind of like he's so fast and he is like pretty consistent, but didn't do great in that one, which is okay. And then four way is the other one, which I think I did get the podium on that one, which was very cool. But that's one that like I'm pretty consistent with
And spaced out.
and spaced out. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, so we were going to jump right into four-way play because that's the one where, just like you said, you were on the podium, so was your dad. Do you remember, Finley, who came out on top on that one?
Ha ha ha. That would be me.
So, I went back and I looked at the scores, and there was like a four-way tie with 52.
Yeah, I was in
But just looking at the scores, I don't know what happened there with the four-way. Was there an actual tiebreaker, or was everything able to be broken by like the results?
Yep, there was a three-way tiebreaker with Erica too. And
Okay.
American whiskey.
yeah. Well, we didn't think it was for first because we assumed that other people had gotten like higher scores. So there wasn't like a ton of pressure as like we're like this is the first place tiebreaker, but obviously we still knew it was going to be some sort of overall placement. But yeah,
We won't name names, but people were feeding false information about scores,
some accidentally.
some on purpose.
But yeah, he beat me, which we'll see. We'll see about next year.
So it came down to the 15-second tiebreaker.
Yep.
I got to go last, so I did have
Ah.
Erica had to go first, and then Finley.
No, I had to go first.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
So
Finley
what
went-
did you end up with, Finley, in 15 seconds? Do you remember?
A quad and something maybe.
Okay. I mean, that's still good.
Yeah.
I ended up
Ben,
with
do you
7.
remember?
Finley ended up with 14, and I ended up with no. She ended up with 13, and I ended up with 17.
Ooh.
I could have got 19, but I didn't want to rub it in.
Okay.
I mean, I
You,
could.
you went last, so you knew what you had to get.
Right.
Right.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we both started in 1 and figured the quad, and then Finley doubled up in 3, and I got 1 extra throw over to 4.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think that I think 50 was the winning score last year.
Yeah, it was definitely less windy this year, so I think all the scores were a little bit higher, which is why we didn't think that we were going for first.
Well, you never know, right? Because people have put pressure on, things happen, dogs
Yeah, definitely.
miss a disc here and there, and so I mean, 52, that's a great score. So there's
That's crazy.
nothing to be thinking that won't get on a podium. So
Yeah, it's crazy that multiple people got that score too.
I know. People-
Yeah, it was favorable conditions, I thought, overall this year.
yeah. Well, Finley, you had another dog with a score of 52.
Yeah, she just had a miss, so we weren't in the tiebreaker.
Yeah, so you came in
Oh.
4th and 2nd then, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, so you had 2 dogs with 52. It was just one of them had a miss. And you were in great company because right behind you guys was Steve and one of his dogs. He had a 51. I can't remember which dog it was though. But that's awesome. You guys, I mean, that's a tough game. That's really cool. I've got nowhere close to that score.
Yeah,
My
me
high,
neither.
my high score is like a 40, I think, or something like that. Or 41 maybe. I don't know.
You gotta get that
But
Z pattern.
yeah, I kind of refuse to do that.
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
Sticking to your
I'm
freestyle roots.
yeah, I guess I better get comfortable with my scores in the 30s.
Yeah.
That's about what I'm getting.
Yeah, you have to go full sweat mode to get in a 50.
Oh yeah, hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure your dogs have to be trained to like catch
To run the pattern
that.
too.
Yeah, to run that pattern, to catch that short toss. Like it's not natural necessarily. Like they've got to learn that pattern just like you guys do.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, you get second with Soul?
fiddle.
Fiddle. Fourth, she got fourth with Soul, who's not that fast, but she does have more like freestyle skills, like the shuffle and like a take out of her mouth. So there was still there's still a little bit of like basic freestyle stuff, and Soul has the most foundation in that, and she definitely capitalized. She's not as fast as Fiddle or Worm at all, but she's got other
She's
solid.
probably more efficient.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the other ones tend to flank out more or have more of an outrun, harder to keep in.
Yep.
Just goes to show you that, it's not always the fastest dog that has the highest score in some of the games. It's most efficient,
Yeah, definitely not.
True enough.
Go ahead, Dre.
You're the second one.
I already asked my second one.
Oh, all right, third one. Check. How does it
For
feel,
those of you
Finley?
listening at home, it's late at night and Dre's
It's very late at
Dre's
night.
ready for a sleepy bedtime.
It's past my bedtime. It's very late at night. But
It's our fault. We were late to the party here. 100%.
It's not my fault. It's your fault.
It's my fault. 100%.
It's really not that late. Dre is just a early to bed kind of person.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So Finley, how does it feel being the number one boomer?
I mean, I guess I feel like I'm the master of boomers now, so
Oh,
I can identify anyone, and my word is like I feel like a little more factual because
You have boomer.
So now-
wise?
Now
You
you
think you
now you
gained
have
wisdom?
some cred to back it up. Is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
exactly.
The boom dar is active.
So did you have any time left at the end of your round to make use of the generous boom caveat?
Like,
No,
did you was it the last second throw or did you like lock it in and then have time? What was your score, Finley? I forgot.
100.
Okay.
I feel like no, I feel like it was at the last second. It was actually almost a miss out of bounds, but she pushed for it, and luckily she kept it in. Because
Nice.
I think I had a miss or like one or two misses. Wait, no, I had an
No.
out of bounds in the 40, so I like wasted a bunch of time there. Not a bunch of time, but I just had an out of bounds in the 40. So I feel like there's room for improvement, but in that specific round, I couldn't have like brought her in enough to like get the sweet spot or like start over. But I think if I really tried and I played it more, I could. But I'm probably not. That might not happen.
I mean, that must have been pretty exciting though. Like,
Yeah, I
to,
was
to
very.
have that last second catch and get that 100. Did you have any idea what like the top scores had been that day or anything?
I was actually like one of the first people to play like in the
Oh,
morning.
wow.
It was like 8:10
It was
a.m.
like 8:10, which it was like still dewy on the ground.
Yeah, it was frosty.
It was frosty. So I honestly didn't know anyone's scores. And I have like a bunch of dogs that I was running that day, so I didn't have a lot of time to like stand
Keep
around,
track. Yeah.
watch my competition. So I was kind of just like I did really well, and hopefully it's enough to like get the podium. And then Aaron, who got second, got like one of the last scores of the day.
Yep.
For his, but I think he had a miss. So I didn't have to do a tiebreaker, which I was very thankful for.
I
Yeah, that
got to
boom,
the Aaron
that
round.
boom
and then I got-
tiebreaker is a tough one.
Yeah, it's very hard, and definitely distance isn't really my thing. So
and you had the thing too where Ben came back and tried to beat your 100 later on in the day, right? Like something happened with judging and he got a rerun. And so this is the part I was judging for this part. So I saw Aaron's round and then I was there judging for that. And then all of a sudden this like conglomerate of people comes over from Ben's round. He's got like a posse on the side of the field. It looked like Sarah's old UpDiff performance round, like however many years ago that was. There was like people dancing all around the field. Like the whole side of the field came up, and then he comes over and he's talking smack, and Finley's talking smack back, and then he threw a 65. It was great.
It was high drama.
Couldn't quite get it.
Couldn't
Yeah.
quite pull it together.
He was like debating.
Was 65 what was the rest of the podium? Do you remember? What was second place?
100.
100,
was
Aaron.
That was
Aaron.
Aaron's.
I think Steve.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Steven
realize
got-
it was tied. Okay.
Shout out Stephen Smith, 75, third place. Oh yeah. Good job, Steve.
Yeah, so it was just
I
it was
got
really
fourth, I
exciting.
think.
It was really fun.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was like debating all day whether or not he should do it, but he ultimately did it because he wanted to get another chance at beating me, which he failed the second time.
I got a 65 on the first round. I did the exact same thing.
Yep.
Second round. I threw to the 35?
Yeah, he missed.
And and then I tried to go for all the marbles and I screamed boom just before it was a miss.
And then
And then I threw another one like a dunce, and then I did it again in the second round.
It was
Anyway,
great. So he
It was
like invited
great.
this whole posse over here, and then that happened. Same exact
just for
score
utter disappointment.
as
I
the
did
fourth
go at like
round.
8 in the morning.
true. The wind
The wind got worse.
is choice in the morning.
Yeah. Don't complain about the 8 a.m. run, that's for sure.
We have to find some way of controlling the weather for everyone so that it's equal wind, equal dew, equal
Inside.
equal
Sunshine and
frost on the
temperature.
field. I put Kat in charge of that for next year, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need like $1 million budget for like some indoor soccer facility that's just gonna charge you at the wazoo.
All right.
We did have the dew disadvantage, so that at least there was that. But the wind was much less active at 8 a.m. That's for sure.
Mhm.
So Ben didn't end up podiuming in Boom. However, another thing about you guys just had an impressive UpDiff. I mean, you guys are strong players in lots of different games. You've got a bunch of great catching dogs. And both of you ended up second on the podium in at least one game as well. Tell me if I'm right, but Ben, you were second in Greedy.
Correct. That is true.
And
Chris and
Finley,
Macha
you were
beat us.
second in Fireball. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty good too. I mean, not pretty good. That's amazing.
it's just okay.
So what happened to not get first though? What was going on?
Well, I had time to do another throw at the end, but I had already gotten my sweet spot. So I was like, I knew I was going good, so I didn't want to like try to go for like, I had the 5 open. So I could have gone for the 5 and won if it was during Fireball, but I decided to play it a little safe at the end and get the 16 for the sweet spot. But I honestly
So wait, if you would have gotten the double 5, you would have won.
Yep.
So you were only a couple. So what was your score then?
I got a 92.
What was the winning score? 101.
101.
That was Justin, though. Shoot, I forgot his last name. You know him.
Yep.
Florida Justin.
Yeah.
Justin Smith, yeah. Good job, Justin. Hell yeah.
Yep. So wait a minute, Finley. If you would have gotten, so if you wouldn't have, so you got the 16.
I needed also a 5 during Fireball and the 16.
Oh, and the 16. Yeah, I was gonna say if you had already gotten the 16 and then gone to the 10, like the double 5, that would have only netted you 2 additional points.
I didn't want to do that. I needed to do it before, but I wasn't thinking that far ahead right at the end.
Yeah.
It was down to the wire.
It's hard to think about those things at the very end with Fireball, and you got the music going, and like you said, you're trying to get
stressful.
it like get that catch still during that music time, so you get it doubled. I just was playing yesterday, and I cleared the board, and then I forgot what I did. I did something stupid, and it was like I walked off thinking like I was the man, because I was like, oh sweet, I just cleared the board, and then I hit the sweet spot, and then I went and I got that 8 too or whatever, and like, but somehow I double tapped I hit the sweet spot more times than I was supposed to.
Oh
Um,
no.
And so I negated my 16. I ended up getting a nice double 6, I think it was too, at the end, but I lost the 16 points because I hit it one too many times. But like I didn't even realize it until the judge told me. They're like, "Why'd you hit that a third time?" And I'm like, "What?" And they're
Yeah,
like, "Yeah, you got it 3 times." I'm like, "Whoops."
there's so many there's so many zones. It's like hard to keep track, especially during
mhm.
like when the fireball timer goes on, you're just like, oh, whip it to all the furthest zones. And then then you don't know what you have. Um, so it's definitely hard to like have a plan. That's probably the hardest part of the game is like your plan always changing. And if you can't like think or like if you can't think that well on your feet, then it's easy to get lost.
Yeah, I think that game, people always say Spaced Out has too much luck involved with the dice roll, but honestly, I think Fireball is the game where
Yeah.
you got to have luck on your side. I mean, you got to be skilled
Yeah.
in both games, but you got to have luck on your side in terms of the timing of what you just knocked out. Like, what did you just finish up on the board and clear, and then all of a sudden the the fireball, like we've probably all had a round where you like did really good, got a bunch of throws and a bunch of catches, and then you run out to go get your disc and the fireball music comes on.
Yep,
And
that's
you're like,
Yeah,
happened
well,
to
that's what
me.
happens to me. Yep.
I'm not getting any doubles here.
Yeah, up to if I was lucky, my timer was like very early. It was like 7 seconds in or something.
Oh
So
wow.
and it also happened right before he had made a catch. So I got
Yeah.
that, and then I was able to get like the big ones. But I think in general, earlier timers, I prefer them because I still have all my discs and all the zones are open. But yeah, when it comes on when you're like all out of discs,
Yep.
very unlucky.
All
Yeah.
right, so we know what Finley maybe would have done differently. She would have hit that double 5 and then hit the 16. Ben, would you have done anything differently on your greedy round?
Uh, well, in my tiebreaker for sure. So I had to go first on the tiebreaker. I've actually never done a greedy tiebreaker before that day. And Finley was in a spaced out tiebreaker at like the exact same time on a different field. So I did not have my entourage available to me to strategize what I should do. And I went for, instead of going for 3 catches and then going to the sweet spot and getting like, what, 25 points and like putting a little pressure on Chris and Macho, I went for 4 catches, which I did get, but then I didn't get to the sweet spot. So I only had 20 points. So it was actually quite easy for him to just get 3 catches in 15 seconds. And then getting to the sweet spot from that zone is, pretty easy if you don't have a miss. So that was a pretty anticlimactic tiebreaker, unfortunately. I was bummed because I had one greedy the couple of years, like two years before. So I was going for a 3-peat, but was not to be. Was not
But it
to
was
be.
with Fiddle.
It was with Fiddle. It wasn't even with Worm. So I was actually I got on the podium with 3 different dogs, and that was actually pretty amazing. Finley's been doing a lot of work with Fiddle with her catching and tracking and stuff for freestyle. So I totally
Yeah, weren't you
I
just
capitalized on.
mentioning, wasn't Fiddle one of the ones that you were mentioning that was the up and comer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she's not up and coming, but she's just inconsistent. She like sometimes she doesn't have a good like grip, so she a lot of times will tip it, or she's not that great at tracking, so she'll just be like staring into the sky as it's falling. But I use a little bit of flat work to help her with that.
What?
I
Flat
did,
work?
Yeah, some crosses.
yeah, which has helped her. But it's
Good.
obviously slower, but it's more like successful for her.
Yeah. Greedy, I feel like you can play slow and methodical. And like we got a 57 playing. I mean, obviously not too slow, but we were
Right.
playing slow, but we didn't have any misses,
Yeah.
you know?
I feel the same way about spaced out, sort of like if
Yeah,
you,
definitely.
I mean, you have to play quickly, but it's better to like be super purposeful, make sure you're going to get those catches. Like you want to knock out 2 spaced outs with your 8 discs in your hands. Like you don't want any misses or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have a miss, you're in tough shape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or
there's
your discs are all over the field. You know, both of those you need some cued drops, not just discs smattered all over the field and then you can get 3 discs, you know, even if you get the 2 spaced outs banged out and your discs are all over the place, you're kind of at a deficit.
Yeah.
Our dogs do have pretty good like drop on cue, which Finley has primarily.
Good job, Finley. You're getting lots of props here for all the training. That's good. See, you
Yeah.
do all the training and then you just hand them off and your dad takes all the winnings.
Well, my mom actually does a lot. She did a lot of the training, but
True enough.
I'm the one that usually maintains it. But yeah.
Yeah.
And then
It's all Deborah actually in the background.
Yeah, he sometimes he gets annoyed when the dogs don't do something, and I'm like, well, you didn't train it, so what do you expect?
Yeah, that is true. I don't have too much room to complain.
Well,
Go ahead, Dre.
It's perfect that you
Sorry.
mentioned that because our next question was about how you guys share dogs and how you play with so many different types of dogs. Like you have Whippet types, and you have Border Collie types, and just you play with different types of dogs, and then obviously you have spaniels, right? So like just a pretty big variety, and you play with a Staffy, right? Finley?
Yeah, he's a borrowed dog, but yeah, I do
Yeah.
play.
We bred him though, so like we feel like
He's
it's
sort of
okay to
yours.
borrow him.
Yeah, so
We won't get into the borrowed dog thing.
Just
no.
for freestyle though.
He's a family member for sure.
So like you guys you share them back and forth and you train them in all the different ways. Is there any dogs that are like specialists in a certain type of game or does better with a certain one of you in a certain game?
Soul, who's my border collie, is like me and my sister's dog mostly, and my dad doesn't really play with her. I don't really know why, but she is like she's probably like one of our best dogs, so she's a hot commodity. Um, and she's the main dog that my sister plays with, so that's both of ours. And then we mostly share Worm, but actually I just started playing with him like last season to start qualifying because before that my dad had just been mostly playing with him. But then he told me that I should play with him, and he's a lot of fun. And then we have like some jumpy dogs like Ube, who's an Aussie mix,
A
and
remix puppy.
oh yeah. She's way different than than Worm and Soul, who just like whoop, whoop, and they turn around, she flies through the air. And then Birch plays freestyle, and that's about it because he also flies through the air, not in a catchy kind of way. So
And he
we're definitely
Not always.
kind of way. Yeah.
we're definitely lucky that we have 9 dogs. So if one of them isn't like the most amazing at disc, they can mostly play for fun or they can do like other sports. So it's definitely Ube is our younger dog. So it's been a learning curve learning to play with her because
What do you think Ube's game's gonna be?
definitely freestyle. She's
Yeah.
pretty amazing. Probably games that don't require her to like run in like throw and go probably isn't gonna be the game for her. She's very good at interceptions though, so like spaced out, fireball. She's good at time warp too. Anything that requires like a lot of speed, she's good at, but nothing with like long outruns, like anything like that, which isn't that many games, but she does good with shorter games.
She'll be good at greedy and spaced out and time warp and
Yeah, it's the hardest part is not throwing her out of bounds because
yeah, 4-way she
She's
just
jumping.
totally jumps
yeah,
Right
over
out of the
the
zone.
goal zone. She'll just no problem jump 7 yards through over the whole zone.
Yeah. Whereas our other dogs, you throw it right where you want them to catch it. And then,
Right.
so
Yeah,
it's
that's
definitely
different
fun.
too. Having
Yeah.
to play with all of those dogs and remember all those things. Like, okay, for this dog, I can lay it right in the zone, but for this
Mhm.
other dog, I need to put it in front of the zone or whatever. Like that's a lot of calculations and decisions that you're doing as you're playing with the different dogs.
Yeah, definitely. Worm doesn't like to do any sort of like interceptions that much, or like how some people can throw it right at their dog's faces as they're like running back and they can just snag it. He's not that good at it, so you have to like bring him in and then get him out, which is like it's why we play like so methodically, because if I put it in the right place, he's just gonna catch it. Um, but he's definitely not the kind of dog where you can just go bing, 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 bing all across the field, because he it won't go good.
He's really amped, so he'll just like knock it out of the air if it's like a straight like, 90-degree interception, he'll knock it down. So you have to play. He's very fast, so you can play slow with him, but you have to kind of like bring him back in, out, and then like lob it out over his shoulder, and then he'll catch it. But yeah, we
Yeah.
do have a handful of dogs, and they all kind of require a little bit different. Soul is pretty amazing. She'll catch like pretty much anything. But
Yeah.
yeah, she's a hot commodity, so I don't get to play with her.
You still seem to be doing all right, Ben.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm not complaining.
Dre, you want to hit the last question?
Sure. So, what advice would you give to players that are just starting out in Updog? What's the fastest or easiest way they can improve in their gameplay?
I feel like obviously practicing is kind of like the most obvious answer, but like especially practicing throwing,
Mm.
like just going out in the yard. I don't really do it that much and I probably should, but just like going out in the yard, like trying to hit like a specific target. A lot of the stuff you don't even need like your dog to do. Because if you can't make it into the zones, then your dog doesn't have any way of catching it. And for some dogs, it can be like discouraging, or like the disc is so unpredictable that they like start spinning, or they just have no clue where it's going to be. So definitely practicing throwing, especially in like different conditions. Like for me, when
Mhm.
it's windy, a lot of times I'm like, "Ugh, I don't go practice. I don't really want to play in the wind. It's not that fun." But it is good. And then probably the other thing is just like communicating with your dog. Like I am basically always like telling them something, not just like random gibberish that they don't know, but like out, go, here, circle, catch, short, go, like like a lot of words to like tell them where the disc is gonna be. Um, and then like body language, obviously. Don't go pointing one way when you're gonna throw the other way. And you see a lot of players just like winging discs, especially when they're first starting, and their just dog doesn't really have any chance of catching it. So, yeah, communication with your dog and practice a lot individually. And honestly, like it's probably gonna take time. Like, no, I've been playing for a while, and this was the first year that I got overall placements at UpDiff, so it's definitely not like a immediate thing. And it's even if you're not like doing that, like there's very few people that are able to like podium overall at UpDiff or even get top 10. Like it's extremely competitive. So even if you're not getting there, but you're still having fun, like I feel like that's the main point.
Very
Aw,
good. Good
that was a great
advice.
answer. Ben, you don't even need to say anything after that. She just nailed
I
it.
mean, 100%
Mic
practice
drop.
throwing. Yeah, that's 100. I was with the floodlights on, walking back and forth, throwing discs in my yard leading up to UpDiff, and it was freaking cold and unpleasant. And I mean, yeah, I think that's the low-hanging fruit. 100% is human throwing accuracy. Like you don't even have to have a good, well-trained dog. Like you can't hit the target. I mean, yeah. But Finley practices a ton. I mean, it's not like a fluke that she was on the podium a bunch. I mean, she's grinding it out for sure. So
Mhm.
If you're
Well,
competitive.
this is definitely a dog sport where it is truly a team. and both team members have to have skills.
Yeah.
And so I think y'all's advice about throwing, I mean, Dre and I say that even about freestyle, like we've been talking about that, how a lot of times we see teams struggling with throws past like 5 to 7, 10 yards maybe, and anything past that, it's a challenge. It isn't easy, right? It's something we got to practice. So great advice, guys. Thank you for that.
Yeah, even before my rounds, I'm always asking him like, "What's the wind like? How should I throw?" Because it's especially hard when it's windy and you always have to be adjusting.
Yep.
I do think having a crew, like some people to like talk with before the round, like even if it's just one person, is super helpful to like get a little like your mindset going and have a little game plan and stuff. Like it's definitely helpful to have an entourage for sure.
I think there's a lot of folks with entourages at UpDiff. You
Oh,
see
for
a lot
sure.
of, some of them might be smaller than others, but there's always people hanging around helping each other out at UpDiff. But I mean, I think it is super important to like ask and be like, hey, have you seen some winning strategies? Like if someone's been watching and maybe they can see what the wind is doing or what's going on, like, like I've seen a couple people be successful with this or don't do that or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think more than most dog sports that we go to, people are pretty willing to offer advice like, new to like random strangers or just people they just met. Who were we talking with? What's the dog's name? Mark Wahlberg's dad. We were hanging out, making a game plan for Time Warp with him.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, didn't result in any clothes being taken off, but he was like, what do you think I should do? The wind and everything. And we were like, yeah, we just went and tried to give him some advice. And yeah, for sure. I would always be happy if someone came up and had a question or wanted to talk about it, especially if they didn't have like their buddies were off in other rounds. Sometimes you just can't have people around with you at everything, especially at UpDiff. So it does seem like most people would be more than happy to talk about a game plan or hype someone up before their round for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. It's towards the end of our podcast. Are you guys ready for the Time Warp Challenge?
Time warping.
100%.
All right. So now we've got we're gonna
do it twice.
We're gonna have Ben go first.
Well, yeah.
And then that way there, Finley, you can hear the questions. So it'll give you a slight advantage. Give you a slight advantage, maybe. We'll see how it goes.
I didn't finish the Time Warp Challenge last time.
You got to get redemption.
Well, good luck
this
this
is
time.
Your second go round, Ben. So we're expecting better things.
Yeah. Improve.
I'm ready.
Buddy. All right. I've got our 1 minute ready.
Turning up the volume and the screen brightness. I'm like, okay.
He's really zoned in. All right, Jack, you got first question?
I got first question. And
all right, here we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, ready, set, go.
What is your favorite movie?
Terminator.
Have you ever ridden on a unicycle?
No.
Name 3 games that use dice.
Craps. Oh my. Monopoly. And
there's an Updog game.
Scrabble. Oh, no. Spaced Out.
Would you rather go to a concert or stand up at a stand-up comedy show?
Concert.
24/7.
What's your go-to comfort food?
Mac and cheese.
Ooh, if Updog needed to retire a game, which game should they retire?
Oh, a Frizzagility.
Name 3 brands of soda that are not colas.
Oh God.
Sprite.
5,
Starry.
4, 3,
Mountain Dew.
2, 1. What's one state you've not visited? That's your last question. It's question number 8. What's one state you've not visited?
Arkansas.
Arkansas. All right, but you did have 2 triples in there. That was hard.
I was putting it together. I was putting it together today, and I thought Ben could handle the dice one. I thought you were gonna be fast with that. You play lots
You
of
didn't even think
games.
about spaced out.
I panicked. Absolute panicked.
All right, Finley. We're gonna leave the
All right.
last
Wait,
two questions a mystery.
Do I have to do different wait, is it different questions?
I don't know. Well, you'll have to see.
All right, reset our timer. You got all the advantage you're gonna get. Are you ready?
Pressure, yeah.
All right, ready, set, go.
What's your favorite movie?
Scream 4.
Have you ever ridden on a motorcycle?
No.
Name 3 games that don't use dice.
Scrabble. What's that pirate one? Oh no. Can I do Updog? Can I do Updog games? 4-way and Far Out.
All right, would you rather go to a concert or a stand-up comedy show?
Concert.
30 seconds left.
What's your go-to comfort food?
French fries.
If Updog needed to retire a game, which game should they retire?
Agility.
What are your 3 favorite fruits?
Mango, raspberry, and watermelon.
Ooh, who sings the 1980s song Two of Hearts?
Oh, Stacy Q.
You just won free food for life at the fast food restaurant of your choice. Which restaurant do you choose?
Popeyes.
Time. Oh, you did get number 9, which means you beat
No.
Ben at the wire. Got it with that very, very quick Popeyes answer. She's got some
She said
grit coming down to
Popeyes,
the
yeah.
wire there, Ben.
So why Popeyes?
Yeah, why Popeyes?
I like French fries. I like chicken.
That's
They
a
do
really
have
good
French fries.
They're biscuits. Okay, biscuit, chicken, French fries, sandwich, dip it in ranch, a little honey. And we only get it when we go to like stuff in the South, like UPDIF. So
Yeah, you should eat all of that while you're a teenager, for sure.
yeah.
Popeyes does have good
Sounds
biscuits.
good.
I'll give you that. They have good
sounds really
biscuits.
good.
And
All
they
right,
have like
Just a
their
cool-
chicken is unique. It's like spicy kind of.
No.
No,
little-
you don't think so?
Yeah,
It's got a little Cajun season.
probably for chicken salad fam.
I figured you were gonna work Boomer in there somewhere, but
I thought I was expecting a boomer
It's
answer
a little
too.
too much for the boomer taste buds.
there you go. There you go. Ben, your 2 questions that you did not get a chance to answer are: you just won
Culver's.
free food for life at the fast food restaurant of your choice. What do you choose? What would you choose?
Culver's.
Nice.
Oh, those cheese curds are
Mm.
so good.
Mama and
And-
ice cream.
Oh
They-
yeah.
The last question for both of you would have been, what Updog game should be next to get a level 3?
Greedy doesn't. Okay, Greedy needs a level 2.
Oh God, yeah.
And
please.
and Fragility needs a level 3, making it more like a little more interesting.
So then you think fragility is what your answer would be?
Yeah, like it needs to be like not the same thing over and over again.
So a
You know.
new game, perhaps?
Basically, they want to change the pattern, it sounds like.
No, like
Get rid of the pattern.
yeah, you have to do I don't know, something, yeah, or just retire it. I would also
That's their least favorite. Yeah, they both voted to retire that one, so maybe we don't ask them about what they want level 3.
I mean, that's a super popular game. I think we'd
It's not
have
going anywhere.
No, it's
riot
not
if
going
we-
anywhere.
Well, I was
Yeah.
gonna say Far Out, but that seems also controversial.
Oh yeah. Ooh. You'd be in trouble. A level 3? I mean, man, that's a good question.
4-way.
4-way level 3? Maybe.
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, we don't even play a ton. We've been going hard with level 2 this year with Spaced Out and 4-way, which like really nice choice on those for UpDiff. I think it's going to force people into playing them. And if you have not played Spaced Out level 2, it is nice. It is a good game. Level 3, that's a tough one. I would have been stumped. I mean, I just would have yelled out a game. I don't even like mac and cheese, just
Hey.
FYI.
You know what? When you said it, I was thinking that. I'm like, that was
Yes!
just the first thing that came to his
Yes,
mind.
it was. And whatever answer else I said was not good either. What was the first question?
Favorite movie?
Oh yeah, I don't like Terminator, but I was reading Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Oh my God.
Lately, I've been reading
You
that,
can
and
cut
they
this
were
part out.
talking about the movie Terminator in that book that I was reading, and so that's why I said Terminator. I like burgers and fries way more than mac and cheese. Yeah, that was a lie.
I'm sure there's been plenty of folks that have just said the first thing that popped into their head.
Yeah, I forgot the name of Skull King.
Oh,
That is a good game.
you know who's good at Skull King is Rowan, Finley's little sister.
We ordered our own though.
She's really good at that game. She
Yeah,
beat
if there are people that haven't played Skull King, you should.
Get on it. Get on
It
it.
is a great card game. It's super fun, and you can play with I think up to 8 people. So it's a nice game to play with a bunch of people too. After say a long day of UPDIF or something.
Step 1, go to Culver's. Step 2, sit there
Birds
for
and
2
French
hours
fries.
and play Skull King.
Yeah, there you go.
And ice cream.
All right, guys.
I
Well,
don't know the level 3. I'm stumped.
oh, I
What
thought
would
you
you
said
say?
4-way.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe.
I say fragility.
What would you say?
Freestyle.
Oh. Yeah,
Of course.
of course.
Oh yeah, like freestyle, like with unlimited people.
Freestyle Unlimited.
Don't rub that in.
I mean, that's like freestyle on the pair side. That's supposed to be on
Yeah.
the pair side. Level 3 would have to be something else.
True
I don't
enough.
know. There's lots of little things that you could tweak and either force people to do or force people not to do, or have
Yeah.
some sort of secret bonus or something. I don't know. I think there's a bunch of things you could do for a level 3 freestyle.
Get on it.
That's true. Yeah, like roll a dice and then you can't throw some specific throw or
Oh my
something.
God.
That'd
So
be amazing.
stressful.
Oh, people would
That'd be ugly, but
imagine
that would
if
be
you-
amazing.
like you who already forgets your routine.
I retired. I went out on the top for freestyle.
Top of what?
The dung pump. But I would forget my routine from time to time. That is true. It was nerves. I was so anxious.
Freestyle definitely is very anxiety inducing.
Way more than any other game.
It's the best though.
Yeah, obviously.
Best game.
It's a good game.
Well, obviously.
That's a
Yes.
perfect place to end this podcast talking about freestyle, actually.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, Ben and Finley, thanks very much for joining us. Dre, thanks for staying up late to record the podcast.
Sorry,
And,
Dre.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. We hope that you enjoyed this episode and that you find your way to an updog field sometime soon. In the meantime, Dre,
Be kind to yourselves and be kind to each other.
and be kind to your animals. We will see you next time on The Sweet Spot.
Bye.
Up dog, go round dog, run down the field dog, make the catch, you bring it back and put it in my hand dog. Up dog, go round dog, run down the field dog, I throw you go and make the catch, oh what a great big thrill dog. 60 seconds some clock, the points are adding up dog, I make the throw, you get the catch, oh all folks go wild dog. Up dog, go round dog, now the countdown started dog, I throw you go, the disc is flying high down the field dog. You take a leap, the catch is made, you land right in the sweet spot. Up dog, go round dog, tell all your friends dog, there is no better disc group in the land. Always be kind to each other dog, and be kind to your animals, my friend.